Hey guys, Cromar with TGN here, bringing you a little bit of Path of Exile. This is the free-to-play, currently closed beta action RPG, basically a Diablo-esque or Diablo clone type of game, but more like Diablo 2, not like Diablo 3. It's important to point that out. But anyway, I haven't covered this game yet for TGN Games or my personal channel or anything like that. I did cover this about a year ago on TGN Central. That show is still there, or those videos are still there rather, and they actually did pretty well. At first, they were not a lot of interest in this game. It's not very well known, but it's gradually becoming more well known, and as a result, the views actually went up over time. I also interviewed the lead developer, Chris Wilson, back then, and the game's actually changed quite a bit since then. Added a lot of new quests. They still haven't added Act 3 yet. There's still only 2 acts, but they've added a lot of quests to the game, a lot of skills, uniques. I don't think there even were unique items in the game at the time when I was playing it then. They completely redid the whole passive skill tree. So for this video, I'm mostly going to be just giving you an introduction. This should be for both people who actually understand the game or are veterans of the game, people who have heard of it, and even people who have never heard of it. I'm trying to make it for everybody. So I'm not going to spend too much time on my build. I am going to discuss it in a little bit here. This is a shadow class I'm playing, and I've designed my character around elemental bows. He's like an elemental archer, and you can do this just as easily as a ranger. Which is kind of more... Rangers are more natural with bows. It's harder to explain if you don't understand how the passives work, but I'll probably go into a little bit later. But as a shadow, I have certain advantages here that I wouldn't get as a ranger, and I'll talk about that more later when I'm looking at the passive tree. But I don't want to just start out with a boring passive tree here. Kill some more stuff. Okay. So I'm trying to get acclimated to playing with my giant microphone sitting in front of my face, which is kind of difficult to do. I do it fine for League of Legends because there's less buttons to press, but and also because the bottom of the screen's covered up by the UI anyway. But but I just got to get used to this here for this game. That shouldn't be too bad. I don't usually play this game or record this game like live. When I just did all my videos before, it was all post editing and whatnot. So I decided I'd give it a shot live and see if I can get through this without dying. It's actually not going too bad. This is the Waterfall Cave. This is the end of Act 2. And this leads up through the Waterfall Cave into the Pyramid, which leads to the boss of Act 2. I've got like 6 floors to go through, although the pyramid floors are pretty short, but they're quite dangerous. There's a lot of these enemies, especially those totems that give them the aura with invincible allies. Those suck. So you get tons of invincible mobs that you can kite them away from the aura. But we'll see that when we get there. I'm having trouble with mana. This build is a specifically, as I said, it was an elemental ranger build, and the specific skill I'm using for the majority of my damage is lightning arrow, which is, it's just a lightning arrow that hits multiple targets. Like, it strikes one target, lightning bolt hits him, and then lightning bolt hits multiple targets as well. So it's quite powerful, but it's also very mana hungry the way I have it designed, because in this game you do have custom abilities, custom skills. Actually, speaking of that, I need to get my zombies going here before it starts getting hard. And then I also have multi-shot, or split arrow as it's called in this game, and superior sacred life prize. That might be good. And it does a significantly less damage than the lightning arrow, but it hits, as you can see, it hits a lot of targets because the way I have it designed. It also spreads elemental statuses, which is kind of key to this character. Fire, freeze, it basically lights them on fire, it freezes them, and it shocks them, which is a lightning effect that increases their damage taken from other sources. I mostly use it for, and also it costs way less mana. The way I have it rigged up, it doesn't cost that much mana. Matter of fact, lightning arrow, this is with the tooltip, 54, split arrow is 37. It makes a huge difference. It also casts much slower. I have faster attacks on lightning arrow, which increases the burst damage dramatically, but really drains the hell out of my mana from all those fast attacks. But split arrow I can maintain for a lot longer without having to worry about mana. But the other advantage to split arrow, besides all this other stuff that I said, is that I have this elemental proliferation mod on it, which I'll show you the gem when I get to town a little bit later here. But it makes so that when I land my special status effects on one target, it spreads to everyone else. And I just don't have the... I want to add that to my lightning arrow. I just can't at the moment. But I have it on my split arrow, so if I freeze one target, all the enemies around it get frozen as well. And since I'm hitting like 1,000,000 targets at once, it means the chance of freezing and lighting on fire and shocking everything is extremely high. So it's great for huge groups. It just does so much less damage. So against certain mobs, like these enemies here don't have a lot of damage. So honestly, I can just use my split arrow. Like, I split arrow one-shot that little guy. I mean, he's not even a high damage ability. These skeletons aren't too bad either. I mean, the first one died from 2 hits, so split arrow is pretty good. And I use my regular arrow sometimes too, just to save mana. because I am pretty bad on mana. I also have this aura around my feet, which gives me extra lightning damage. It's Wrath aura. There's other auras available. I have a elemental resistance aura, Purity, which I might be using for the final boss because he does tons of lightning damage. But I might try to get my lightning resist up some other way. Because it's also a really expensive aura. Auras reserve part of your mana when you activate them instead of other mechanics that other games use. It's like this little portion here says 95 reserve. That's from my lightning damage aura. The Purity aura reserves 40% of your mana, and that's going to really suck for me. I don't want to reserve 40% of my mana. Superior Sun Plate. Good quality, bad sockets. Sockets are probably one of the most important things for an item drop, especially when it's a blank item. Because of the crafting and the custom armor, the custom item system, which is just amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. One of the best things about this game. There's so many things about this game I can praise. I can praise this game all day long. It'll be like an hour-long video just making a list of the things I love about this game. But the custom armor system and crafting is one of them. I really need to get my zombies going. Sometimes when I'm in an easy zone like this one, I can completely forget to use my zombies and then get in trouble. If I'm not taking a lot of damage. That's what always reminds me. Ruby Flask. I've got a lot of Ruby Flasks. I'm just going to let that one go. That is a flask that gives me fire resistance, and I don't really have to worry about that too much, although the final boss does do fire damage with a melee attack. I'm just going to make sure I'm not in range of that because I'm ranged, so I won't have to worry about that. But he does do a lightning beam, like a laser beam. It's ridiculous. So Waterfall Cave 2. I can't remember if there's a waypoint on this level or the one after. I cannot remember. By the way, as you can see here, Ruthless difficulty. This is the second highest difficulty. The highest is merciless. And after I beat this guy, it's going to move me on to merciless. So I'll be able to test this build, see how it works out. I'm extremely happy with the damage on this build, although it's technically higher or technically possible to go higher in damage. For example, I think I was my listed DPS is like what 11 something or 1200 now. It actually went up a little bit. It was 1200 now, and it was like 1100 at level like 40, and I'm 49 now. So I could have actually increased my damage quite a bit more, but I chose to go towards survival and mana regeneration because just it was getting obnoxious. I mean, as I level, my mana costs keep going up because when you upgrade your skills, the mana costs go up. So you can choose not to upgrade your skills if you find that they're actually doing enough, adequate damage. But I said, screw it. I kept upgrading it. Now I kind of regret that. I kind of wish I'd been a little more judicial with my with that so I could keep mana costs, but that's okay. Instead, I just put a lot of my character customization into mana and defense. The main reason defense is as you get higher and higher in difficulty levels, I mean, the bosses start getting absolutely obscene. Like the last boss I fought was Oak, and I didn't want to record it because it was so bad. It took me, I mean, it would be a video in itself. It took me 20 minutes to kill the guy. I probably died 10 times, lost all my experience to that level, which fortunately I was prepared for that. I went ahead and just farmed a bit to finish off my level, and then I got like 3 bubbles. And then I went to fight him, and then immediately lost those 3 bubbles. I would have lost the whole level if I had gone in there. If I had gone in there like right close to a level up, I would have lost everything. It'd been ridiculous. But I died so many times on him, and the reason is he's basically a tank and a very high damage melee character. He's like a marauder or a barbarian. He just runs at you, jumps at you with his stupid leap attack. It's so powerful. I'm gonna turn down the sound for the dialogue just a little bit here because the balance is not very good there. Okay, because every time he yells at me when I run out of mana, I don't want that to interfere with the video. So what was I saying about Oak? Yeah, he leaps around, lands on top of you, does all this massive damage, and he's a tank too, and he has magic resistance. Fire, ice, and lightning. Magic resistance. And I have Elemental Weakness Curse, which reduces their resistance, which is really, really important for him. But in the time it takes me to cast the damn thing, he'd land on top of my head and kill me. He basically, I mean, it's really good that I devoted so much time and energy to increasing my damage. I also, focus my armor and whatnot upgrades on increasing my energy shield and my life and my evasion. I think veterans of this game who are aware that survivability is so crucial. I mean, it's one of those new mistakes, people focusing on damage over survivability, and I kind of did that myself, but they'll probably scoff at these stats, but 678 life and 555 energy shield. Energy shield, by the way, works the same as energy shield in Halo. It's a thing that it's like a buffer on top of your health, and then if you don't get hit for a while, it recharges. There's also all kinds of different things you can do in customizing your character, like you can add a life leech type of effect, or you can, rather, it's not a simpler effect, it actually replaces your life leech with the mana shield or energy shield leech. So when you hit, it's called, that one's called Ghost Reaver. You can get that and load up on life leech, turn it into your energy shield leech. That's one way to get it back. Then you can also put lots of points into passives that increase the regeneration and decrease the amount of time you have to wait, the cooldown delay. I have a little bit of points in that. I think my delay is 35% reduced, so that actually makes a big difference. Yeah, here we go. There's a waypoint right here, right through this little passage. So this is where we're entering the pyramid here. So let's get back to town and sell some stuff here. I'm going to clear out my inventory. By the way, you notice everything looks really gloomy. It's the only reason it's like this is because of a quest in the end of Act 2 that kind of turns out the lights, and I'm in the middle of that quest, so when I finish it, it'll fix everything. Okay, we have a rare wand, 17 fire. That sucks. Alright, sword, possibly a good one-handed mace. It's actually got 12% quality. I'll consider that. Physical damage, oh, that's not that, well, I don't know if that's a good physical damage because it doesn't have a percentage on it. If it had percentage physical damage, I'd probably keep it. Also, the sockets kind of suck. And a staff, I don't think that's going to be worth anything. A couple sacreds. Let's try making a superior sacred into a, instant recovery on low life. That's actually could give me a full health globe. I'm going to keep that. Get rid of that one, though. And, oh, topaz ring, lightning resistance. That's actually what I wanted. Oh, boy, that's a crappy one. I'm just going to toss it. I can make topaz rings. Let's get rid of that. And check out, here's my stash. I have currency orbs. This game doesn't have gold. It has currency orbs instead, which are these orbs that you use for crafting. And you can also basically trade them. I mean, they're used like these orbs of fusing. I have 12 of these. These are decently worth something. I use them for trading. I use chaos orbs. I have 7 of those. Use those for trading. Alchemy orbs. I have 8 of those. Those are the really good ones. The rest of these are worth a lot less. Some of these, like these transmutation or transmutation, not really worth anything. So I just use them. Excuse me. So I'll put that away. On number 5, I have my flasks. I'm just going to put that here. I'm going to organize this. I have this organized pretty well. But back to here, I also have a couple of resist stuff here and miscellaneous. I got these 2 unique rings. I got 2 of the same ring. I mean, what are the odds? And then I have my skill gems here. Then I have some extra skill gems here, like duplicates that I need to just find something to do with. And I put this is an extra ring here too. And then over here I have weapons. Then here I have low level gear, like super, like less than level 20 gear. That's how I have my stuff organized now. So let me just show you the passive tree. So if you haven't seen this before, prepare to have a heart attack. So yeah, this looks pretty complicated. I'm gonna zoom out. look at this thing. This thing is obscene, man. If you have not seen this, then you're probably going crazy right now. But don't worry, you spend enough time looking at this, and it all makes sense. There has a there's a logical progression to everything that happens here. The way this works is you have different starting points depending on your class. Here's your Shadow, here's your Ranger, your Duelist, Marauder, your Templar, and your Witch. And then from that point on, you can select passives down the line, and it's actually pretty intuitive until you get the abilities that you want. And these big ones are called keystones, like arrow dodging, doubles chance to evade, projectile attacks. They usually do something dramatic like that. They also a lot of times have downsides, like point blank projectile attacks do more damage to close but less damage to far away targets. That's very interesting. Blood magic is a really popular one. Removes all mana, spend life instead of mana, and yes, you can kill yourself with this. So this is something where you want to build a tank with massive amount of health and regen. It's also easier to build health regen than it is mana regen, so that's something to think about. I was talking about that Ghost Reaver one. It's over here somewhere. No, there's Vaal Pact. This is Life Leech applies instantly. Normally Life Leech applies over time. I can't remember where Vaal... Well, there's Ghost Reaver. Yeah, Life Leech restores energy shield to life. There's some other ones with really good downsides. Oh, Chaos Inoculation's a really fun one. Maximum life becomes 1. And you get a massive bonus to energy shield and immune to chaos damage. Chaos damage is a special damage type that ignores energy shield. But if you're immune to it, it can't hurt you, right? So just make sure you don't run out of energy shield and you're fine. So this is a popular one. People build... I mean, the thing is, if you have no life, you don't need life potions anymore. You just use all mana potions and energy shield, and maybe even pick up Ghost Reaver if you're doing physical damage. Like, if you're playing like a Claw Shadow, this is really like CI, Ghost Reaver, and so on. But yeah, I mean, I could sit here all day and go over this tree. I'm not going to, because that would be for a separate video. But let me just talk about what I have on here. There's some stuff for the Shadow. I mean, basically attack speed and projectile damage and whatnot. Basic stuff here. Extra chance to freeze. This is really important for my multiple shot, my split arrow. You can also freeze targets by critting with cold damage. My crit chance is decent, but this really helps a lot. Honestly, this helps a lot. When you have like 15 arrows out there hitting all these targets, then it's a good chance that someone's going to get frozen. And then I also have some Mana Steel here. It's not bad. It's just 1 point. Extra crit, extra mana shield, and this is the points I've been putting lately, which is defensive stuff. I picked up some, well, there's some mana, but I also picked up mana recovery from Flask is pretty important because my mana's been so poor. Arcane Focus for energy shield life, mana. There's a 40% mana regeneration rate by the Witch starting point, which I'm going to grab eventually. And then over here, I went way down, all the way down here to grab weapon elemental damage to increase my weapon elemental damage significantly. I've also got a lightning damage one here, which is kind of very important. Increase lightning damage with weapons. So 30% from here, plus 30% from these three means 60% just from my passives. Oh, and then I also got 10% here from elemental damage, and I can grab another 5 anytime I want. And then I can also grab more lightning damage here and increase chance of shock. I mean, I can grab all this stuff, and that just massively increases the damage on my lightning arrow in particular, but also on my split arrow because I do so much extra elemental damage. Now, I'm not completely like I'm not 100% dedicated to going down this path, because if I don't go down this path, I get so many points freed up. I don't need to grab, I don't even need to go here. I can just stop at attack speed and dexterity. This will free up like 15 or 20 points, and I could put those points anywhere. So you could make an argument against not going down here, and maybe that these aren't valuable enough, but you'd also have to give up arrow dodging, which is really important, and you'd have to give up Alchemist, which is increased life recovery from Flask and recovery speed. This recovery speed applies to my mana flasks too, so I really love Alchemist. It also puts me in a great position to pick up really good things like Fitness. There's a couple of passive nodes with his name that have the same effect, and there's another one up there somewhere where I can get right there, yeah, as a matter of fact, that I can grab with the same effect, but there's also more life around it. And then I've got more damage, that's not applies. Then there's accuracy, although my accuracy is pretty good. I'm not worried about that right now. I'm by acrobatics, so I could lose my energy shield if I really wanted to and have way more dodge. But I'd have to redo all my gear for that, and I'm not going to do that. But I've considered it. And then up here, there's other good options. I talked about Chaos Inoculation. I very much could go for that. I've got Pain Attunement, do more damage, but only with spells. It doesn't apply to your bow damage, so I probably would not go for that. There's so many more things I can do with this build. I mean, with my next few points, I think I'm just going to get more defensive stuff. Or I might even not. I might just go for mana, or I might just go for more damage, like pick up this shock and pick up this elemental damage. I mean, there's so many different things I can do with customizing this character. I mean, the possibilities are ridiculous. Okay, so I'm not going to spend any more time on that. It's just I've spent way too much time already. For weapons, I got this bow. I actually bought this from another player. It doesn't have a whole lot of physical damage on it, but check out that lightning damage. It's fairly ridiculous. It's also got extra crit and life gain when you kill an enemy, so this is really good for survival. Look at that lightning and fire damage, is crazy. Then I've got 3 gems here. This is the way the skill gems work. You put in a basic gem like lightning arrow, and then if you have linked sockets, like I have a red and a green linked socket, you put in support gems to buff that ability. So I have 71% more weapon elemental damage. Obviously that is what I'm doing, and faster attacks, so way more damage. But you also notice, see, mana cost multiplier 115%, mana cost multiplier 170%. That's why it costs so much, because the multipliers are insane from these support gems, particularly this one. And then on my armor here, which is, you notice the evasion and energy shield are very, very high on this one. If I go through these, I have, where's my split arrow? But then I also have a green and a blue. The green, lesser multiple projectiles, so I have way more projectiles than, instead of 4, I have, 6 or 7 or whatever. Yeah, it's 4 additional, so it's 1 normally, then 5, and then 7. But I could dump this because it's a pretty high mana cost. I might even replace this with cold damage or something, I'm not sure. And then elemental proliferation is very important because when I hit them with freeze or whatever, it spreads it to the enemies. And then on my other items, the gems aren't that important for my other items. I mean, I've got like Wrath, which is my aura, Phase Run, which is a sprint. You haven't seen me use that yet. A Purity aura, which I have not currently using. I just equipped it. I mean, I'll use it eventually. Elemental Weakness Curse, which is absolutely crucial. Notice how it increases the chance to be frozen, ignited, and shocked. That's also really important because it works so well with my split arrow and elemental proliferation. So I love Elemental Weakness. And then I have my zombies, and the zombies are buffed by added cold damage. So the zombies will actually hit people and freeze them if they crit, or they'll just at least slow them down. So that helps protect me. Now for my other mods, I have 2 extremely important items in addition to this bow. This is a quiver that I bought from a player, which increases elemental damage by 25% and adds cold damage, adds lightning, adds physical, and increases global critical strike multipliers. So this is like the perfect item for me. It's ridiculous. Notice the low level though. It's kind of surprising. I mean, I may eventually find a better item than this, and who knows, while I've been talking, maybe somebody's been spamming one that I just completely didn't see it. But I don't know. Maybe not. This is going to last me a while anyway. And before this, I used a very similar quiver that had 27%, but it didn't have all the extra bonuses. So this is a big upgrade. And then I showed you that one. Oh, the belt. That's right. 15% increased elemental. See how they stack up? I just got all this crazy stuff. And increased flask mana recovery rate. So if you look at my misc here, flask speed increase, recovery speed increase 30%, mana recovery rate 18%, life amount increase 15%, flask mana. So I have all this flask stuff that makes my flasks keep me alive, which really helps because my mana is, I drain my mana so badly that having better flasks is crucial. Then I have, this is just basically stats, not a big deal. I have an increased fire damage and extra mana shield on, or energy shield, excuse me, on this ring, which this ring is just crazy good for anyone who wants to do fire damage. I would love to replace it with lightning instead, but you know, I just haven't found that yet. And then this one is just stats and stuff. So that's a good, what's on my helmet here also? Just really good base stats, evasion, energy shield, some extra accuracy. This isn't quite as impressive as the other items, but I bought this from a player too for like dirt cheap. So that's how my character is designed. It's all around lightning and split arrow. I'm thinking about adding a third ability that's more designed for single targets. Specifically, let's get I've already sold, right? Yeah. Let me organize my thing right here. I'm thinking about adding elemental hit, which is an ability that works great with bows, and it does elemental damage, all forms of elemental damage, so you can stack it up with everything else I already have. And it's really, really, really powerful. It's actually really amazing. Yeah, so on the waterfall K, looks like I let this thing reset on me because I was out of it for so long, but that's fine. I wasn't very far in here anyway. Let's see if we can finish this dungeon in one video. I've already spent quite a bit of time talking about stuff, so I may even cut it down. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes. Yeah, get rid of that totem. Those totems, by the way, you can get totems, another type of spell that I don't have on this character, but I could easily get. Oh my god, they just did a lot of damage to me. Loving this energy shield in life right now. I can make up for mistakes like that. These guys slow me down like crazy too. Resist lightning. Yeah, buddy. 2 shots still killed you anyway. Reduce physical. God, reduced everything. That was a tanky enemy. Reduce physical damage taken. Pretty much have to use my lightning arrow for those guys. Burning through mana like crazy too because I have to go all out on every target. Oh my god, these guys are so painful. Come here, Frost Guardian. Come right to my choke point there, buddy. I don't have my aura on. I'm an idiot. I have no mana either. There we go. That actually cost me a lot of damage. I like 200 DPS comes from my aura. My lightning aura. And it, by the way, it adds to my damage, but also adds to allies. So if I ever group up with somebody, they get a ton of lightning damage added on their attacks. Which you probably guessed because it's an aura. Anyway, get rid of that totem. Totems are things you drop that. Well, here's how it works. You get a support gem called Totem or Spell Totem. Excuse me. And if you attach it to any spell, not an attack, so it doesn't work with like lightning arrow. There's a separate totem for that. I think it's in the game now. I think they just added it today, as a matter of fact. So I guess there's 2 different types: spell totem and attack totem. And let's use like spell totem for example. Let's say you have a fireball spell, and you attach the spell totem support gem to it, and you cast it, and it cuts the damage in half to make up for balance purposes. But when you cast it, the totem sits there on the ground and sits there and casts fireball for you. And by default, you can only have 1 totem of any type at a time. And you can increase that. There's some passives by the Templar starting area. So as a Templar, you have a really easy time reaching it. As other classes, you might have a little more difficult time using it. And you can increase the number of totems. Totems are really powerful if you use them properly. I mean, when people use them, they generally don't do them like just a fireball totem, although that's definitely plausible. A lot of people use them for like Ice Nova, which does an AoE, cold AoE that freezes people in an area. And it's really, really good for... Man, they have the allies don't die thing around their feet. That's why I can't kill them right now. I was talking about that earlier, wasn't I? What was I saying about, yeah, the Ice Nova? They cast it in the middle of a group of enemies, and although they can target and destroy the totem, it's not that big of a deal. The totem will still cast a bunch of times, and if you have good crit or just increased chance to freeze enemies, then that's what it'll do. It'll freeze all the enemies for you. It's actually really effective. You can also cast it a little bit more carefully, and they won't be able to target it. Like, cast it right in front of you, basically. And, you know, when they go for it, you can use it as a decoy. It's pretty sweet. Okay, there's a lot of crap in that room. They're coming at all angles. I have like 6 characters, or 5 characters, something like that. And oh crap. Okay, there we go. I was a little worried because I had a guy who slows me, and I had construct. This is my highest level character. My second highest level is a witch, a cold support witch, which is kind of hard to explain. I'll make a separate video about her. And it's a really fun build, really fun. It uses a really interesting, unique item that really transforms how you play. And I'm actually kind of proud of that build, and I was thinking about just submitting it for Build of the Week for if you go on Grinding Your Games official YouTube channel, they have that. So I might level her more. She's only like level 38 though, so I really want to get her higher and show that she's useful in groups and like merciless difficulty before I do that. Or maybe I'll just use her in cruel. I mean, it'll take a while to get to merciless. She's only in cruel now, I think. And so she's got a little ways to go. She's got to go all the way through ruthless difficulty. Oh, there's the stairs up. Screw you, totem. You can just sit there. Lordly plate. It's only level 35. It's not that high. I have a sun plate with four linked reds and a 5th red that's unlinked. Oh, these aren't even linked together. Never mind. They're just 2 groups of 2. I didn't even see that right. So yeah, that's not worth anything. If it was like a level 50, mid 50s or above plate armor with like 4 sockets, especially if they're all red sockets, and there's gonna be some marauders out there who very much want that, because you can take that and you can add armor. What are they called? Armor scraps to increase the quality. And that increases the defense on it. And then once you have your quality set, then you use an orb of alchemy specifically, that turns them into a rare. And when it turns them into a rare, you know, you get rolls on you can get really lucky and get really good rolls, or you can get really shit rolls. If your rolls suck, you can use a chaos orb to re-roll it, or an exalted orb to add more things to it. But exalted orbs are the most expensive in the game, or the rarest in the game. I don't know if they're the most expensive or not. I think they are, but they're definitely the rarest. The reason I say they might not be is that I know Gem Cutter's Prism, which increases the quality of skills, is one of the most expensive, if not the most. I honestly just don't know enough about the super end game to tell you if where it is on price. Keep in mind that these prices are all player determined. This is not like something that they sit there and they write into a spreadsheet that this X is going to be worth Y or whatever. It's all based on player perception and what players want to do. So the job of the devs is to make sure that the drop rates and whatnot line up in a way that's logical. So you don't have like the best orb in the game dropping in every 5 minutes, that kind of thing. Oh, granite flask. That's a plus 1,000 to armor for like 4 seconds, or 10,000 armor. I mean, that is actually very useful. So I'm gonna. I don't even know if the stats on it are good. I don't care. It's gonna be good for me later if I decide to. I have a marauder. I was mentioning my other characters briefly, but I kind of only talked about the witch. I also have a marauder whose name is I Only Use Strength, and he's fanatically devoted to only using strength, like gear, weapons, skills, only strength. He doesn't have any dexterity or any intellect or any abilities that are even related to those or have any requirements around those. I just thought it was kind of funny. He doesn't have any blue or green sockets either. It's only red sockets. Stupid. It's just a stupid thing I wanted to do. But if I do use him, yeah, crap. Then that granite flask will be quite important because I'm building him as a tank. And granite flask is incredible. Really, it's good for anybody with armor, especially if you have plus percentage armor passives, which he'll have probably like 50 or plus 50-60% with the build I have in mind, a low level build. And if I get higher level, I can push the tank even higher, the tanking aspect even higher. There's another stairs. Not quite there yet, but close. Oh wait, we are there. Crap. Okay, time to leave a portal. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna empty my inventory right now and get my flask recharged, because I also need to make a lightning resist ring. Sacred mana, screw that. So to make a lightning resist ring, I'm gonna grab my extra crap, take a green gem, dual strike, sure, that works, and let's take a couple more. Let's take another dual strike. These are my extras, so I don't care. Bear trap kind of sucks anyway. At least I don't know how to use it properly. There's probably somebody out there who's like, no, Cromar, you idiot, bear trap is amazing, but I wouldn't know. And then I need to buy some cheap-ass iron rings. Hopefully she has some here. She has one. I should keep these around. Crap. Let's see more. Maybe she's got some more. She has some more topazes. Oh, they cost alteration. Let me buy this 29%. That might be worth it. And, ooh, I can buy another fusing. 4 jewelers. I don't even know if that's a good trade or not. Such a noob. I gotta learn this stuff. Information, very important. And I might as well buy a portal scroll. I'm here. I don't need those wisdom. Okay, good. So, let's grab my extra wisdoms here. Granite. Increased charge recovery. Sounds nice. I'll just stash it down here with all my other miscellaneous flasks. And let's use a transmutation on the one we just bought. Life Alright, well,
Greetings.
that's okay. Let's go ahead and sell Iron Ring, Double Strike. That's how you get your Topaz Ring. 20%, I'll take it. I don't care. And transmutation. No, wrong target. What am I doing? There it is. Maximum Energy Shield. Okay, so I'm going to also use a Orc of Augmentation to add another bonus to it. Increase quantity. Well, that didn't work out so well, but that's fine. I got plenty of these alterations, so I'm going to try this one again. Life gained by each enemy hit by your attacks. Huh. And extra life. Alright, well that's a winner. So, I'm going to equip both of these. Now, I'm going to lose damage. Like, right now, without my aura active, I'm at 949. Let's see how much I lose for equipping both of these. Because I'm going to equip both no matter what. Apparently, I can't equip my bow anymore. I don't have enough strength. Uh-oh. Or it's my gem. It's my gem that's causing it. Crap. That's not good. How short am I? I'm only short a couple. Ugh, if I could grind it up a level, I could put 30 points in get 30 strength really quickly. Shoot. Okay. So let's re-equip that. I can get strength on here. Or I can just leave this cold resist on here. Cold resist. Let's see, where am I at lightning resist with this setup here? 54, that's so low. That doesn't even help that much. Well, I know I have a topaz flask, right? Topaz flask of craving. So let's put on this. I don't need anti-freeze, so keep that off. Let me just tote these back in here because she didn't have enough iron rings for me to use all these gems. Sapphire ring. No, I don't. I should have been building up these topazes much earlier. It was silly of me. Well, let's hang on to these for now. And put that away. And I'm going to take a stab at this. Oh, look at my experience is so high. If I die a whole bunch, I'm going to be so pissed. I should really grind up another level. I actually thought I would get another level just automatically. Portal scroll. Okay, so I'm going to walk over here, activate the altar, and get rid of this question mark. Okay, here we go. R's going. I got some zombies. They're going to not last very long. They're going to run up to the boss and get punched. It's going to be funny. Alright, boys. Let's see what we can do. Okay, this thing is so nasty. I don't want to go anywhere near my portal or else I won't be able to use it safely. Okay, here we go. Alright, he's spawning ads, so I need to start killing these ads very quickly, or else they will snipe the hell out of me. They're actually popping my zombies for me instead of me, which is nice. There's the cold he does. It doesn't really, it's not really a thing. Okay. Wow. Alright. That was quick. Okay. So I just lost a whole load of experience. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to level up first. Off camera, I just went ahead and grabbed a level really quickly, went to some outdoor zones. I had lost my portal, had to remake it. It was kind of a pain in the ass, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and spend this point. What I'm going to do is pick up strength, plus 30 strength, and this puts me close to another one of those fitness passive nodes, so I'll grab that in a few levels. Maybe, although I don't have to. And then, boy, these are so nice. So plus 1 maximum endurance charge. I'm not even going to spend, the time it takes to explain that, but just trust me. It's good. So we're going to equip both of these and be okay on strength now. Yay! In addition to that, I should have more health, 725. What's my listed? 867. So I lost like 100 DPS on right now. How am I in mana? Mana's fine. Energy shield is fine. Okay, good. So we're going to go back here, get our portal up. See what our listed DPS is now, 1119. So I lost like 80 DPS total. That's perfectly acceptable. I'll take the life and the lightning resist. So let's get this guy started again. All this stuff reset because of the amount of time I was out. Matter of fact, what's my lightning resist now? It's 75. It's pretty good. Come on, baby. I didn't bring the topaz flask. I don't think it's going to be that useful, but we'll see. If I die again, because I don't worry about losing experience, so if I die again, it's not a big deal. Hey, buddy, how are you? Okay, so I'm gonna focus down these ads first. Lots of room for split arrow. Okay, there's the lightning beam. I'm kind of curious to let it hit me, see how much damage it does. So I got another one of these damn things up. Okay, start putting some damage on him. He's got the resistances, so I need to keep my curse up. Let's get a little bit of damage on him. This is going to be very slow going, but wow, I'm getting some serious FPS lag from these effects. That's interesting. I didn't expect that. I think it's while I'm. It's only because I'm doing this recording too. I don't normally get this by itself. Could use this processor upgrade. Yeah, he's going down pretty easy. This boss, by the way, is extremely hard. I have this character sort of built for him now. Okay, I'm gonna let the next laser hit me just for the fans here. After I get my energy shield back, I'm gonna let it go. Okay, he does one more. Okay, no, I missed it. It's okay. All right, let's avoid these damn rocks. It's okay. I like the rocks because he sits still while he's doing it, and if I get lucky with the way the rocks are dropping, I can just pound away at him. All right, so I'm gonna sit back, get my flasks recharged off these guys. My split arrow. Okay, let's get out of here. Let my shit recharge again. Okay, so that hit me for not that much damage, actually. When I was doing this in the cruel difficulty, I had about 400 total health and like 100 energy shields. It's really pathetic. And he would knock me down. He would do about 95% of my health in one shot. Look at that, he didn't even get through my energy shield. Look at that, 2 hits, nothing. Okay, there we go. I tempted fate a little bit too much there. That was my bad. That was my bad. I earned that. I earned that. So let's get our topaz flask on here and take off the extra mana and go through this portal. He should not be near the portal. Oh god. Okay, this is a problem. We're gonna need to drag him farther away from there if he's in lightning range. I'll wait for him. I'll just make sure I stay over here so when he does his little, he doesn't actually walk around, but he does his little teleport thing. Oh, I don't have my aura on. I'm an idiot. There we go. Yeah, when you die, well, obviously your auras don't stay on, so you have to not be an idiot and actually turn them back on yourself. There we go. Okay, good, good, good. That's so dumb. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god, I just panicked and pressed 2 flasks at once. Alright, this is bad. This is officially bad. This topaz flask ain't doing me that much help right now. He's doing physical damage right now. Boulders. I can't stand still and shoot the boss while these ads are up. They're way too powerful. These freaking constructs are ridiculous. Okay. So I've got some more health. I got another health flask thing I can use. Should be able to get him right here without dying, I think. Damn it, he keeps summoning ads. Just keep summoning so many damn ads. There we go. Oh, there we go. I caught him at a nice angle. Oh my god. That really worked out. So now I can fucking burst him down right now. There it goes. I got him. I got him. I got him. Get out of here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Positioning on those ads really helped me. Yeah, screw you, buddy. I didn't get any uniques or anything. That's okay. Uniques are very, very uncommon. The fact that I got those 2 unique reeks is very strange. I'm actually going to make a forum post about it because I don't really understand it. But anyway, so the light should be back on. Yay! It's all cheerful. Isn't it all bright and cheerful? It's so much better than before. Alright, so he's like, thanks for saving us or whatever. This spell shield might be good for my sword, for my witch in a bit. Ooh. Hers is better. See, once she has this lower level and better. It's funny. Sacred flasks. I don't like that one. Obviously need to keep that one. No, 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 no. Was that that's the only rare I got was that one. That sucks. I have like almost no magic find. So let's go ahead and get my items reset here. It sure was nice having all that lightning resist. Makes such a huge difference. Oh my god, it made such a huge difference. The way me struggling with him in cruel difficulty was so funny. I felt like such an idiot. He just butchered me in cruel difficulty. It took me like 20 tries. I went through all these portal scrolls. Okay, let's pick up the rest of this crap and then get on to the next. I'm also going to just very briefly, because, you know, I've already spent enough time on this anyway, head over to Merciless, and I'll do the first little zone here because it's really short. I'm probably just going to bust through it and kill Hillock and get to the town and then move on. So, yeah, this is the beginning. Here, if you're starting, grab a waypoint too. One hungry corpse. So this is Merciless difficulty. When you first start the game, the first mob you kills gives you a skill gem. It gives you, depending on what class you are, it gives you like either dual strike or heavy strike or burning arrow. What's some other ones? I don't even remember what I got on my shadow. It's a while ago. I think the witch gets a nice spell. Or fireball. No, the witch gets fireball. Oh, hello. Split arrow. Wow, I'm not hitting anything. Does my accuracy suck now? 89%? It shouldn't. I just got unlucky. Why did I not use elemental weakness on this group? Wow. What's up with this frame rate lag, man?
Feeling a bit short on that.
Don't normally get that. You see how quick they died? It's after I cursed them? It's crazy. It's crazy. That lights them all. One of them gets lit on fire, they all get lit on fire. Oh, here's a rare zombie. Ah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this build. I knew when I started seeing that as I went through Merciless, the game got easier. And the reason is I was building so much more defense. It made such a huge difference to how this character functions. I gotta level up on my split arrow. And Hillock, god dang, come on, frame rate. Keep it together. Oh my god, I'm destroying him. He is not supposed to die this fast. He's already on to phase 2. It's a little faster. I don't care. Get out of here, Hillock. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Holy shit. Holy chainmail. Yeah. Whoa, this is so good. I can't believe I got this on video. Vaal's Protector. I have this on my witch. I already have one of these. Oh, this is worth something, man. This is actually worth. I don't know how good this roll is. I'll have to compare it later. Gain a power charge on critical strike. So this is going to make, hopefully, if you watch through this whole thing, now you're going to be anticipating my witch video so I can show you how that works. Because I've already got a Vaal's Protector. And it's amazing. It's amazing. Okay. Wow, that's a good way to end it. I'm so glad I didn't just end it at the Vaal Oversoul. Grab my reward here. I don't even remember what he gives you here. Tarkly gives you a ring. Hey, a topaz ring. Let me just get a topaz ring. Anyway, I don't need the... my cold resist rings are already pretty awesome. Strength, life, physical, life. This is okay. I guess a little better than what I have. I'll just throw it in here and make a decision on it later. Anyway, so that's all for now. Vaal's MFing Protector just dropped for me live. I cannot believe that. This is so good. I know some of you veteran players are probably thinking, what an asshole. Vaal's is so common, which it's really not, but that's okay. I'm still really excited about this. Alright, well, enough about this. This has been Cromar, and this has been my Shadow, my Elemental Bow Shadow. Now in Merciless difficulty, and still kicking ass, killing Hillock, like just totally butchering him. Crazy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.